But I'm an adult now. I don't waste my time on such silly matters. An impossible task that defies the very limits of the software. An impossible task that defies the limits of the software. Something that shouldn't be attainable or... An impossible task.
What happens is, Bowser, he throws on the wing cap while his other guys are setting up base. And he's kind of trying to figure the controls out, and they're real janky. And then he slides down, gone. He's thinking he's going to be clever, and he's going to get to the top of the pyramid using a novel and unique style. Not taking the normal stairs, he's going to jump up on top of Grindel and ride up. And then he forgets something crucial. He forgets that Grindel doesn't stop and give you time. Grindel goes to the ceiling. He's more like that afterwards, and he can't get through the rest of the pyramid.
And if you want to see more, fictional Mario, these speakles, the rest of the details are obvious but cool things that I'm sure you've already noticed, like the huge tower with a giant mushroom. That's not true, that's not what it is. It's almost like learning to ride a bike and then seeing someone do a wheelie, and it just gets you excited to be good enough to do stuff like that. It's almost like when you learn a bike and then see someone do a wheelie. It just gets you excited to But then there are abilities like the Tesla, which stuns the car closest to you. After completing the mini golf zone, you head to the attic. It's a good bit more difficult, and there's a nice incentive to participate in these. That sounds stupid. And there's a nice incentive to participate. Every race has two goals that you can. Drafting is where you follow another card and get. Drafting is where you follow. And then once it tells you the. And then once it tells you. While these goals are far from perfect, heck, you get to drive up through the thing that the bowling ball. You get to drive up through that thing that the bowling ball comes out of. You know, that tells you not to stick your hand in it, or it will get disintegrated. That tells you not to stick your hand in it, or the thing that tells you not to stick your hand in it, or. And they both have a direct connection to the monarchy. So, a man who could. So far, Wario is shaping up to be a real force to be reckoned. This guy is a maniac. He doesn't live with no chair. Well, I hope you enjoyed my over-analysis of this magical make-believe magical overweight Italian plumber stuck in Mushroom Land. Well, I hope you enjoyed my over-analysis of this make-believe magical overweight Italian plumber stuck in Mushroom Land. Well, if you think about it, this cage is just sitting on the ground in the courtyard, so maybe this is the courtyard. Maybe this is how the Boos view the world. Maybe this is how One thing that I find strange about this whole situation is the way that the Boos... appear... Well, I always say that. But what if it's not that simple? What else could this forest be? Well, what else could this forest be? Then could that make this the Evershade... So I actually ended up coming up with a couple theories earlier. I don't have a theory for why that guy looks so weird, though. That is a theory on its own. Alright, that's probably enough theorizing. Well, that was cool. This turned out to be super fun. This turned out to be super fun to talk about. Anyways, I'll see you. Big Boo's Haunt turned out to be super fun to talk about. Well, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.